Mr. Speaker, there's been no end of complaints and concerns about the revolving door of the Manitoba justice system, with criminals reoffending as soon as they're released. Mr. Speaker, drug treatment courts are an effective solution and have been found to dramatically reduce the revolving door, what's called recidivism. I table an evaluation report that has verified their cost effectiveness. Yet guess what, Mr. Speaker? Funding for drug treatment courts ends next March. And because effective treatment takes a year or more, very soon there will be no new intakes. I asked the Premier, why is his government killing the goose that lays the golden egg?
Right. Mr. Speaker, it was this government that put in place the drug treatment court in Manitoba, and we think it has been very effective, Mr. Speaker. We're the government that put it in place. We put the resources in place, and we're going to keep the drug treatment court going in Manitoba, Mr. Speaker. It's very unfortunate the federal government is considering withdrawing resources. We want to give them every opportunity to continue to provide those resources because it's an effective program that keeps people from reoccurring in terms of criminal offenses and keeps the community safer and helps those people recover and make a useful contribution to the community, Mr. Speaker.
My understanding, Mr. Speaker, from the Public Prosecutors of Canada that, in fact, the federal government is ready to commit, but they want to pay the government directly instead of what their provincial government wants is the money to go through the Addictions Foundation of Manitoba. When will the government end this kind of Mickey Mouse and decide for sure that they are going to continue the drug treatment courts and make sure that people in Manitoba are well served?
If the federal government wants to continue to fund the drug treatment court, we'll find a way to help them do that, Mr. Speaker, no doubt about it. Look, Mr. Speaker, we've seen the federal government cut the banned constable program. They've reduced resources for legal aid. They're threatening to cut resources for the drug treatment court. This government has invested in community safety. Just this week, the Minister of Justice, our Minister of Justice, committed to another 10 RCMP constables in Manitoba, Mr. Speaker, something the members opposite voted against, including the member from River Heights. We like the drug treatment court. We like the mental health court. We like the family court. Those are all courts we put in place while we've been in office. Those are all courts that the members opposite have voted against every single time, Mr. Speaker.
Mr. Speaker, while the Premier is going back and forth on whether he's going to continue drug treatment courts, the Minister of Justice has said that the Winnipeg Treatment Court is so good that there should be similar drug treatment courts in Thompson and Brandon. And the question really is, why is the Premier, of course with his government constitutionally responsible for drug treatment courts, why is he neglecting Brandon and Thompson by failing to set up drug treatment courts there?
Mr. Speaker, we've just provided resources as requested by the City of Thompson to have people, police officers working in the community that will provide services to the community, similar program to that we've done in Winnipeg. The member opposite may know about the Block by Block program, which we've launched in the north end of Winnipeg, which is intensively focused on reducing crime in one of the areas where there is a serious incidence of crime. We're investing in early childhood development to prevent people from having to need a drug treatment court. The more we can do to help people get off to a healthy start in their lives, the less they will be subject to being victims of addictions in this province, Mr. Speaker. We're investing in that. We're investing in families. We're investing in schools. And what do the members opposite do? They vote against it. They wish to cut it. And then they get up after they've voted against resources that will keep families and individuals healthy, and they ask for more drug treatment courts. We want more healthy citizens so they don't need drug treatment courts. We want more people working so they don't need social assistance. We want more people getting an education so they can make a decent living for their families. And then they won't need drug treatment courts.